Hi guys, Steve Girardi here. Welcome to Steve Strings. I have another build video for you today. Today I'll be showing off this special Texas themed cigar box guitar that I have built especially for Texas Independence Day, which is March 2nd. What I did was I got together with two other cigar box guitar luthiers here in Texas, Kale Feelhaver up in Dallas and Bob Johnston up in the sort of north of Houston area. And we decided to do a three-way build and swap off. And this instrument I made for Kale Feelhaver up in Dallas. And he built one for Bob, and Bob is building one for me. So let me go ahead and go over this and tell you about this. I should say that this is my 20th cigar box guitar instrument that I have built. And I've tried to learn new things on each one, and certainly that was true of this one as well. Let's go ahead and talk about the wood I used. For starters here, you can see here that I have a poplar headstock, right, with a scarf joint into an oak neck, and I have a poplar fretboard. I do not have position markers here in the face because I don't look at that anyway, but I do have position markers that I put here on the side. I just got some basic closed-geared tuning machines there, and I have these little accent pieces, which is just a piece of mahogany that came off of the inside of a cigar box. A little spacer there. You can see that this is a 25-inch scale, and you can see that I have a 0 fret and one little string guide to keep them all in alignment. I got these frets from MGB Guitars, so shout out to them. You can see I do have strap buttons here at the heel and also here at the end of the guitar. Also, you can see that I have an accent piece, which is poplar, to go with the fretboard and the headstock. This box is a Last Cowboy cigar box made by the company Sinestro. And I'll show you the back side of this in a minute because it's got some things going on. But here on the front, you can see I have a Texas-shaped sound hole. I also have a Longhorn-shaped sound hole. And they had sort of a burned-in or a branded image on the back I didn't like, so I sanded that away. I do have a piece of oak here serving as a floating bridge. But the back of this instrument was actually the lid of the box. And the lid was made of MDF, which isn't known for being terribly resonant, so I decided to use the bottom as the resonating soundboard. But you can see there is the logo that was on this box, which is Last Cowboy. And I put some decoupaged images on here in keeping with the Texas theme of this build. You can see here in the upper corner, I just have Texas. This is the Texas Rangers baseball logo. Down here is a Dallas Cowboys logo. This is a logo for Shiner Beers. Shiner is a town in Texas, and it was settled by Germans back in the 1850s, and Shiner beer comes from there, and that's a local Texas beer. And this flag here, for those of you who aren't aware, is a flag from the town of Gonzales, Texas, when they were defending themselves against the army of Santa Anna in the War of Independence. They created their flag, and some folks say this is the first Lone Star flag, and they happened to have at the time some cannons at their facility, and the Mexican government says, "We want those cannons back, please." And they said, "Yeah, come and take it." So that's some little history lesson for you there. So this instrument, as I said, 25-inch scale, tuned G to G. And it turns out this thing actually projects pretty well, has some good sustain, and you probably can't see it. Maybe you can through the sound hole, maybe not. I did install a spring on the neck that goes through this in order to help offer some reverb. The tail piece for you can see here is a hinge, and this is a little hinge that I salvaged off of a little curio thing that we were throwing out. And you can see I'm holding the strings in place. They don't pull through the holes as it is that I drilled in there, but I did put a little rivet through there to just keep them in alignment and looking a little neater. Okay. I do have a piezo hot glued into the lid here, and you can see I have a jack installed there on the bottom as well. Well, let's go ahead and see what this sounds like. And I should say, I really not taking a lot of time to learn how to play these three string guitars, and I really need to. Let me go ahead and plug it in and see what it sounds like plugged in. So there you have it, my Texas-themed cigar box guitar in commemoration of Texas Independence Day. And again, this is going up to a cigar box guitar luthier. That's Kale Feelhaver from Pornis Studios. Check out his YouTube channel. He's got some really interesting things on his channel as well. I hope you found today's video interesting. If you did, please give a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribing, please do. I would love to have you check out more of the instruments I build, as well as other kinds of videos I do, such as unboxing and review videos. Thanks for watching.